And the 5 players start the game in ASC Ville of Dakar will be number 3, Dove, Bush, Elma, Quintamalo, Fatuma, Diago, Juana Dao, and Fatumata Traore. Sporting of Egypt will begin the game. The players are Ahmed, Harare, Shaka, Sierra Leone, do ASC Ville também o Sporting, Santiago e Chico. Essa é a primeira partida deste segundo dia da Taça dos Clubes Campeões Africanos.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Maputo, Mozambique, Africa for the 2022 Africa Women's Cup Champions Tournament. Goes through next Thursday, I believe, December the 17th. James Poopy coming to you live here, courtesy of Spalk Talk on YouTube. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you're watching today's ball game from. We've got ASC sporting the Alexandrians squaring off today against Ville de Dakar. Both these teams about to play their first game here as part of Group B. And we are ready for tip-off here from Mozambique, Africa. Starting today for the Alexandrians, it'll be number 1, Musa, number 4, Youssef, number 7, Al-Haish, number 9, Bakar, and number 10, Ahmed. And starting for Ville de Dakar today, it will be number 3, Mabode, number 4, Nadoe, number 5, Malou, number 6, Sissoko, number 6 is starting, and number 7, Diongo, starting tonight as well for Ville de Dakar. You see our officials ready to go, and we are just about ready for tip-off here from Maputo, Mozambique. Ville de Dakar controls the tip, and we are underway. Malou with the basketball now. She's going to move it around there. And that's stolen away right quick. That one out of bounds. It will stay with Ville de Dakar. Just inside our first quarter of action here, 9:38 remaining. Group B of the Africa Women's Champions Cup here in Maputo. They put it back into play. A little left-hand scoop shot, unable to connect. They rebound it, and they go the other way with it now. Work it down into the right corner. Find a cutter across the middle. And now that one, loose ball, rebounded and coming the other way with it now. A little spin cycle up and in and count the basket. Our first basket of the afternoon right there. And we have a foul on the play. One more look at the replay right here. And just a little bit of too much contact there right near the mid-court line. And that foul was assessed to Sierra Janae Dillard. Turning around along the baseline, getting her own offensive rebound and almost getting the putback right there was Hager Ammer. Now they work it back outside. They penetrate once again into the defense, and it's stolen away now by Ville de Dakar. Malou had it out there at the top of the key for a moment, and now they drive to the basket and count the basket up and in. And that is Mabode. from Senegal. And once again, contact on the floor. You see the player down there for just a moment. And great to see her back up. It's Malou. One more look at the replay right here. It looks like she just might have got stepped on right there at the three-point line. 8:17 remaining here in our first quarter. So glad you joined us here today for the Africa Women's Champions Cup from Maputo. Diongo puts it back into play now for Ville de Dakar. Over the midcourt line. She's guarded there by Sierra Janae Dillard. Dillard follows into near the paint, and now it's stolen away. Now penetrating out from the right wing. They kick it across. A three ball falls shy for Ahmed. But somehow they get the offensive rebound now from the top of the key. Another three attempt falls short. And this one is rebounded there by Traore. That ball will stay with Ville de Dakar. 7:50 remaining here in our first quarter. There you have a great look at Kuona Nadeau. Ville de Dakar working the perimeter now. A left wing triple attempt. No good. Rebounded there by Asrar Baker. Now they work out of the right corner, and contact on the floor, says our official. One more look at it right here. She tries to work toward the baseline. A little crossover right there. The handles on display today for Sierra Janae Dillard. A non-shooting foul, so they'll put it back into play here with 7.5 minutes remaining in our first quarter. Up and down with the right hand. Now they work it toward the inside. A switch hands, a left shot. Falls short there for Ammer, and here comes Ville de Dakar the other way with it. They work it around, loose ball, and that is going to be, they wave off the over and back. No, there it is, over and back is the call. So with 7:11 remaining here in our first quarter, the Alexandrians will put it back into play here. They try to get it down inside to Hagar Ammer, and she is fouled, the 29-year-old from Egypt. Great team basketball right there for the Sporting Alexandrians. Trying to, great ball movement here, at least in this first part of this first quarter. Hagar Ammer will put it back into play once again now. The double team collapses quickly there on the right corner. A left wing triple off the front of the iron there for Asra Baker. And Ville de Dakar will rebound and bring it up the floor. Under 7 minutes to play here in the first. Up and down with the left hand there is Nadoy. Now to the top of the key. Dow tries to penetrate. It's stolen away there by the Alexandrians. They leave it for the trailer, and that's excellent team basketball right there. Baker hands it off to Noran Ahmed. One more look at it right here. She comes right down the paint, puts it up and in for two. And now the Alexandrians on top 4-2 here with just over 6 minutes remaining in our first. Once again, they're working the perimeter, trying to find a crease in that defense. Stolen away right there. Spinning through the lane is Ahmed. She puts it up and in, goes coast to coast for the steal and the score. And we've got a timeout on the floor with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. The Sporting Alexandrians on top of Ville de Dakar, 6-2. We'll be right back here for more Africa Women's Championship Cup in Group B right after this here on FIBA on YouTube.
كمان واحنا متفقين افتر توب سكرينز كويك رول. بيدفع وحش جدا على الرول ده، يعني اسرار من غير ما تشوف. نزلت الكوره دي لو رحت فيديوهات يا عنوان بعد الاسترنات التوب كويك رول، انزل بسرعه اعمل الرول بتاعك. خلاص ستيل اسرع يا فاشل، لكن وي didn't run. I want to run faster than this لو سمحت، اسرع من كده.
Herbie, il faut l'empêcher de jouer, il faut la prendre, Fouret. Herbie, oui, ok. Nouvelle, tu prends la 22. Mais opposé quand même, quand tu as l'opposé, s'il n'y a pas de danger, bloque un peu pour aider. Ok. Ah, on veut le porter.
We welcome you back to Maputo, Mozambique. 6-2 our score. The Sporting Alexandrians on top of Ville de Dakar, and you saw during the timeout there Coach Abdul Rahman encouraging his team to go faster. He wants to go quicker and really increase this pace here in this one. First matchup for both teams here in Group B. That one stolen away once again there by Alexandria's Sporting Club, and it goes out of bounds off of Ville de Dakar. It'll stay with the Alexandrians. Asrar Baker, the 24-year-old from Egypt, 5'11". A dominant force here so far, at least today, for the Alexandrians. A right-wing triple falls empty. Rebounded there by Ville de Dakar. They get it quickly up the floor and into the hoop. Six to 4 our score. ASC and Ville de Dakar. We welcome you back to Maputo, Mozambique. 8-6 our score. The Sporting Alexandrians on top of Ville de Dakar. A long-range attempt. Too much on that one. It'll now go back the other way. Ball trickles out of bounds. There you have a good look at Fatou Kiné Kane, the 37-year-old from Senegal. Still out there making it happen. The Alexandrians now will bring it up the floor with just over 3 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Musa had the ball there for a moment, and we have a whistle. So the Alexandrians will inbound it now just in front of their own bench. That one trickles out of bounds, but it will stay with the Alexandria Sporting Club. Look at it right here. She thought about kicking it out there for a moment, ended up keeping it and taking it to the rack. And then a little contact down there in the paint. Coach Abdul Rahman getting a little bit of explanation out there on the far side. That one off the top of the backboard. It falls out of bounds, but somehow stays with ASC. So the Sporting Alexandrians will retain possession. As you see Hager Ammer with a well-deserved break there heading to the bench. And Fatma Ali checking in now, the 25-year-old from Egypt, 6'5". Doing some damage there for Coach Ousmane, who you see conversating right there with our FIBA officiating crew. Getting a little bit of clarification maybe on that last play, trying to find out how that basketball was able to stay down on that end for so long, I believe. As you see the assistant coach come out there and have a few words as well with our FIBA officiating crew. So now we're going to put it back into play here. And Dillard will do the honors here for the Alexandrians. She steps back from long range and puts it through the well. That was Reem Musa, the 28-year-old from Egypt, 5'6", and a smooth stroke right there from Musa. And a little bit of contact there, I believe, as well, assessed to the Alexandrians. Little reach around, it looks like there. Apologies for the technical difficulties today from Maputo, Mozambique. Working to get those cleared up as quickly as possible. We play on here with under a minute to play in our first quarter. The Alexandrians moving the ball around the horn now. An attempt, no good there for the Alexandrians. "31 seconds remaining here in our first quarter." Another look at the previous play here. That one trickles out of bounds. It'll go the other way. Once again, 14-8 our score. The Sporting Alexandrians on top of Ville de Dakar here as we prepare to end the first quarter of action. Weather outside there in Maputo, Mozambique, 83 degrees and partly cloudy at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Headed for an afternoon high of 83. Quite a bit humid outside as well. 72% humidity. Sunset set for 6:30 p.m. this evening. They put one more up at the buzzer there and count the basket. Somehow I was able to see that was Manar Youssef, 5'10", putting it up and through the well right there for the Sporting Alexandrians. We've reached the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-8, the Alexandrians leading Ville de Dakar. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more FIBA basketball right here on YouTube for the Africa Women's Champions Cup in Group B. Stay with us. We welcome you back to live action here as we get ready to begin our second quarter of play here. 10 minutes back up on the clock, and the Sporting Alexandrians will inbound it now. That's Reem Musa who controlled from the jump right there. Once again, apologies for the technical difficulties today. We've got some issues there at the venue this afternoon in Maputo, Mozambique. So hang in there. We'll stay with us here on FIBA on YouTube, and we'll hopefully get that picture restored for you here in just a bit. We welcome you back to Maputo. Another look at the previous play right there. Contact underneath the hoop. And I tell you, these ladies are flying around and getting after it here today in the Africa Women's Champions Cup. Ville de Dakar will inbound it there for a moment. The attempt, no good there by Ville de Dakar's Kadi Faye, the 29-year-old from Senegal. 8:45 and counting here in quarter number 2. Ville de Dakar with the basketball right now. They trail 17-8 here with 8.5 minutes remaining in our first half. They work it down low and score the basket right there for Ville de Dakar. And that was number 3, Ndombe Maboj. Once again, apologies for the choppy video today, having some issues at the venue there in Maputo. Working to get those resolved for you as quickly as possible. 20-10 now, the Alexandrians have doubled up Ville de Dakar right here, as they come down and respond with a basket of their own. 20-12 our score now. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Once again, apologies for technical difficulties today from Maputo, Mozambique. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Alexandrians of Alexandria Sporting Club on top 22-14 here with over 7 minutes remaining in our first half. Had an injured player just a bit ago. That was number 3 for Ville de Dakar. That was Ndombe Maboj, a 27-year-old from Senegal. She was helped off the court under the assistance of the training staff there. As you see Coach Abdul Rahman barking out the signals there for the Alexandria Sporting Club. And they show up for the Women's Champions Cup in Maputo. And they're not here just to compete or just to add up some roster numbers. They're here to take this thing. They are the Egyptian champions, and they're ready to take on some seasoned heavyweights here in this competition. They've also won the Super Cup. They have 17 domestic titles, and they have lifted the cup 7 times already. Have the Alexandria Sporting Club Alexandrians. Six and a half minutes remaining here. 22-14 our score. Group B of the Africa Women's Champions Cup from Maputo, Mozambique.
Quand vous sortez vite, mais écartez. Vous avez vu, si, maman, s'il y a une grande ici, avec la défense, et une autre chose ici, tu ne peux pas aller à l'intérieur. Hein? Si tu vois, maintenant, si tu vois qu'elle arrive, elle rentre. Toi, tu t'écartes là. Il faut sortir de la bouteille. On a travaillé. Hein? Voilà. Tu lui donnes de l'espace pour qu'elle rentre.
Première attaque. Quand on tourne devant le ballon, première attaque, seulement dans le côté. Mettez-moi en carré.
احسن من كده شويه. نورهان ونانا، نورهان ومنار. Let's go.
We welcome you back to Maputo, Mozambique. Second half of action here between ASC, the Sporting Alexandrians, and Ville de Dakar about to commence here. James Poopy coming to you live here on YouTube, courtesy of Spalk Talk. We're back with you. Hopefully the internet connection is a little bit improved there at the venue. It looks like it is so far. Our score 34-22. The Sporting Alexandrians on top by 12 currently, as we open the second half of play, and there you see Reem Musa poking that one out of bounds. So it'll stay with Ville de Dakar. Malou gets it back into play now. Running through the paint, trying to spin through the defense, and we have contact on the floor. On the arm, says our officiating crew. And that one right there is going to be charged to number 1, Reem Musa. 9:44 remaining here in the third quarter. A left wing triple falls short. That was Dow attempting that one right there. As you see a look at Elma Kenta Malou, 31 years old from Senegal, 5'7", as the ASC Sporting Alexandrians bring it back up the floor now. Musa kicks it back out. A left wing attempt rims out, rebounded there by Ville de Dakar's Maboj, and she went down in the first half. Great to see her up and back in action here for Ville de Dakar. Sporting stealing that one away right there. That was Youssef. And now they fumble the ball out of bounds. It'll go back over to Ville de Dakar with 9:10 remaining here in the third. They break the brief pressure there put on by Sporting. Malou now with the basketball at the top of the key. Dow is working right there on Bakar. And the shot clock expires, so that'll be a turnover. And a nice defense applied there by the Sporting Alexandrians. So they'll get the ball back here with 8:43 remaining in our third quarter. So glad you joined us here today. Group B action underway in the FIBA Africa Women's Champions Cup. First game of the tournament for both these teams. As you get a great look right there at Sierra Janae Dillard, 26 years old from the United States. And Traore, Fatoumata Traore, having a few words with the officiating crew there. Looks like some hardware might have fell down on the floor right there for a moment, so we got that cleaned up and we're ready to resume play here. 8 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in our third quarter. Two more games coming your way here this afternoon from Maputo, Mozambique. I'll be on the call of the next one. That one coming up in about a little over an hour and 20 minutes from now. Sporting putting that one on the deck, and it's stolen away there by Ville de Dakar. And that was Traore on defense right there. Now they work the baseline, kick it back outside, drive it back into the paint, and up and in for two. A nice drive to the basket there by Mbaye, 25 years old from Senegal. Musa now at the top of the key. Sporting coming in with their all-green look today. Green shorts, green tops, and a long-range triple. Count the basket right there. That is Hagar Ammer, 29 years old, 6-foot Egyptian star right there for the Sporting Alexandrians. Ball trickles out of bounds. It'll go over to the Alexandria Sporting Club. As they bring it up the floor now, across midcourt goes Reem Musa. Up and down with the right hand. She's going to pull the trigger on a three, and nothing but nylon right there for Reem Musa. So she a pull and pop there from long range, and Musa with a nice stroke there and a triple. 40-24 now, the Alexandria Sporting Club extending their lead here to 16. Special shout out to our technical crew, both on the ground there in Maputo, Mozambique, and all throughout the world. Getting things handled there during the halftime, greatly appreciated here. ASC will kick it back out now. This is a left wing triple. They work it around the horn. Moose is going to put it on the deck. She tries to penetrate the defense from the left elbow. She goes off the window, and it's unable to connect, but contact on the floor, says our FIBA officiating crew. One more look at it right here. And right there along the free throw line, that was Reem Musa with the infraction. You see her right there. Ville de Dakar now with the basketball. Under 7 minutes to play here in the third. From the right elbow off the back of the iron, it's rebounded there by Hager Ammer. They feed a wide open cutter up and in for two. And that was a fantastic team basketball effort there to Fatma Ali. And finding the 6'5" cutter there down low. ASC Sporting doing a great job right there, increasing their lead once again. And you see Sierra Janae Dillard right there clutching the lower back, maybe might have pulled or tweaked something there. I can relate to that myself currently. And Mabouge checking out that time for Ville de Dakar. So they inbound it once again. They control now. They work the ball around the perimeter. Now they work off a nice screen there. Penetrating in at the end of the shot clock. Up and no good now. Here comes the Sporting Alexandrians. They kick it out, move it around. It's stolen away, and here goes Ville de Dakar with a fast break to the basket, and the layup does not count. That was Sissoko on the breakaway there, the 23-year-old. And now Reem Musa directs traffic from the right wing. She's going to take it in herself and go right into the teeth of the Ville de Dakar defense. Dakar with another breakaway there, but losing the handle on the basketball. It will stay with Ville de Dakar. And they will decide who will inbound it. That'll be none other than Fune Sissoko. So Sissoko will put it back into play here. 5:36 remaining here in our third quarter. Group B of the Africa Women's Champions Cup. That one nearly too hot to handle, somehow held in there by Ville de Dakar, and now a breakaway bucket attempt falls short for Nadal. And Kona Nadal, the 5'9" shooting guard, trying to connect with that one right there, but defense once again at a premium here for the Sporting Alexandrians. They bring the ball up the floor now with a 20-point lead here midway through our third quarter. They work the perimeter, now a left wing triple. It counts all the way from way downtown. It's Hager Ammer. And Ammer with a nice follow through and bucket there, extending the lead now to 23. Ville de Dakar, excellent job in the paint. A little paint work right there for Traore, but coming up empty. Once again, Musa's going to pull the trigger. She had her foot on the three-point line, so it would have been a two-point basket. And here comes Traore the other way with it now for Ville de Dakar. And that was Nadal trying to take it to the rack, and she picked up the contact on the way to the basket. Green 2-4 is the call right there from our FIBA officiating crew. That is Sierra Janae Dillard picking up a foul, the 26-year-old from the United States. So now that will send Ville de Dakar to the line. And this is Kona Nadal at the stripe. Connects on the second one as well. Both free throws in right there for Ville de Dakar. And Rayhan checks into the ball game now, spelling Hager Ammer. As you see, Reem Musa put one off the bank and into the bucket for two. Now Ville de Dakar with a little offensive charge here. They're going to kick it out to the left wing. And the shot falls short. Loose basketball under the hoop there, and it's recovered by Ville de Dakar. Here they come the other way with it. Stepping through the defense, and a little finger roll right there for Nadoy, the 20-year-old. On display, the athleticism right there, as you see the Sporting Alexandrians getting one on the other end there as well. And that was none other than Fatma Ali, the 25-year-old, 6'5" Egyptian, scoring on the other end that time for the Alexandrians. Shot fake, they kick it back outside now. They're going to drive the paint and pick up contact. That foul will be assessed to number 4, Manar Youssef, 5'10", 29 years old from Egypt. As you see Asrar Bakr checking in, and you also see Ville de Dakar's Fatoumata Traore having a seat on the bench right there. First free throw up and in for Diongo. Fatoumata Diongo, 36 years old from Senegal. Here comes the Sporting Alexandrians under a bit of press now from Ville de Dakar. Open underneath the basket. They lost track of the cutting Nadine Yasser Ahmed Rayhan. 6' Egyptian, 24 years old, wide open underneath the hoop. 53-28 now. Contact under the basket. And that once again assessed to the aggressive Sierra Janae Dillard. And Dillard, one of those situations right there where you either foul or give up an easy bucket. And she chose the foul on that one right there. Ville de Dakar's Maboj, after the first half injury, back into the ball game here. Great to see her up and into the fray here for Ville de Dakar. She puts the second one through the well. And they will maintain possession now as Dow puts the ball back into play here. On the deck, pull and pop. A little too strong that time for Nadal, but rebounded there nicely by Ville de Dakar. The second shot comes up empty. And here come the Sporting Alexandrians the other way with it. As Reem Musa directs traffic from the top of the key. Ali goes cross court with it. A right wing triple falls short for El Ghaish. And there you see Rayhan. Kane puts it back into play here for Ville de Dakar. 2 minutes remaining here in our third quarter. We've reached the end of our third quarter here in Maputo, Mozambique. Once again, apologies for technical difficulties here this afternoon. Working on getting those ironed out here for you as we go along. 59-33 our score. The Sporting Alexandrians on top of Ville de Dakar. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, come right back here for quarter number 4 right here after some third quarter highlights. Enjoy. We'll join you in 1 minute. We welcome you back to Maputo, Mozambique, the Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022 on the air. The first match of Group B here for both these teams. The Alexandria Sporting Club and Ville de Dakar. We're about ready to begin our fourth quarter of play here. 56-33 our score. Youssef now will put it back into play here as quarter number 4 commences. Reem Musa now. Youssef up and down with the right hand, working the perimeter now of the Sporting Alexandrians. They fire away from long range. It falls short. Rebounded by Ville de Dakar, and here they come the other way with it. Nadoy puts it up from inside the paint. Rebounded nicely there by Manar Youssef. 29-year-old Egyptian. Reem Musa finds an open look. Now they get it back outside. And at top of the key 3 for Shayla Cooper. Cooper comes up empty. Here comes Ville de Dakar. Spin cycle right there for Mumbai. And the 25-year-old from Senegal picks up some contact on the way to the rack. We're looking at it right here. A great spin move there. Pull up, the patience on display, and just enough contact to necessitate a foul. It looks to be a non-shooting foul. So they'll get the shoes tied up here and back on the court. And here comes Nadoy to inbound the basketball now for Ville de Dakar. They work it outside now to Diongo. Diongo now from the left wing. Too strong. Rebounded there by the Sporting Alexandrians. Loose ball and contact on the floor. Coach Abdul Rahman in disbelief right there. And that was close right there, to say the least. Reem Musa trying to work into the open space there and was accosted by a defender right there at the free throw line. 8:45 and counting here in quarter number 4. 56-33 our score. The Sporting Alexandrians on top here over Ville de Dakar, and off the window, count the basket. That is Fatoumata Diongo with the and 1. So she will go to the stripe now after a beautiful attempt right there and up and in for 2. And now she'll go to the line to complete the 3-point play. That one through the well right there for Ville de Dakar. And they draw to within 19 now, 56-37. We'll double check that. Maybe it will remain 36. Defender hits the floor there. Sporting Alexandrians with great ball movement here on this possession. Almost losing the handle there. Reem Musa now controls. She's going to step back, pull and pop. It rims out and rebounded there by Ville de Dakar. Mbaye with a attempt along the baseline there, but unsuccessful. Reem Musa now back on the left wing. She's going to fire away from deep and connect for a 3-point basket. Reem Musa unguarded there on the perimeter, and she makes it look easy for her ball club once again. And the 5'6", 28-year-old showing you what she's made of here this evening in Maputo, Mozambique. Contact along the baseline. And so we'll have another stoppage of play here with 7:28 remaining in the fourth. There you see the contact on the attempted rebound under the basket there for Nadine Yasser Ahmed Rehan. So you see Youssef will have a seat, and Hager Ammer will check back in now for the Alexandrians. Also taking a well-deserved break is Nadoy over there for Ville de Dakar. Reem Musa now once again directs traffic. Feeds it down to a baseline cutter, and that one is swatted away by Ville de Dakar. And they say it was off of Ville de Dakar, so it will remain with the Sporting Alexandrians, and a injured player on the floor right there. That is El Haish, and she took a little contact right there. It looks like across the bridge of the nose, perhaps. So she's back up under her own power, and she will continue on here. She will actually do the inbound duties now. Stepping back, trying to get outside that line, but I believe the foot was on it. The ball falls short, and once again, contact. There is Noran Ahmed, 5'10", 25 years old. Now Ville de Dakar will bring it back up the floor here as we near the halfway point of quarter number 4. Nice strong move to the hoop there from the left elbow. A lot of contact there on Malou, but no whistle. As now you see Reem Musa controlling things here for the Sporting Alexandrians. And the foul is going to be assessed to number 22, Shayla Cooper, and apparently a little bit too much screen contact there for Cooper. So Elma Kenta Malou will put it back into play here for Ville de Dakar. 6:35 remaining here in the fourth. Malou directs traffic. She goes way cross court with it now and almost connects with Reem Musa, who was getting ready to have a seat on the Alexandrians bench over there. And Reem Musa could possibly be rocking some Jordan 4s out there. I'm not quite sure, but that's kind of how it looks on the screen here, at least from my vantage point. 6:27 remaining here in the fourth. Regardless, some good-looking kicks right there for Reem Musa. And you see Shayla Cooper taking a well-deserved break over there as well for the Alexandrians. Driving to the basket and count it, and the foul. And that one right there is courtesy of number 24, Sierra Janae Dillard. Sierra Janae Dillard played her college basketball at the University of Buffalo. Had 2 Sweet 16 appearances as well. That a long-range triple connecting right there for Ville de Dakar. And now Sierra Janae Dillard will lead the way here for the Sporting Alexandrians. Contact underneath the basket, and we have another foul. That appeared to be contact on El Haish as she drove the baseline right there. There you see the 20-year-old Egyptian, a young star. At the stripe now for the Alexandrians. 5:43 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2 more games coming your way here on FIBA. Stay with us here on the FIBA YouTube channel throughout the afternoon and evening hours. That one trickles out of bounds. Early morning over here in the United States of America. Currently 5:32 a.m. where I'm located here in the Grand Canyon state of Arizona. As you see the Sporting Alexandrians and at number 35, Hannah Abdel taking a little contact there. 17 years old, 6 foot. And she comes in and gets a little bit roughed up there by Ville de Dakar. So the training staff will tend to her. And when we resume play, there'll be 5:34 remaining on the clock. There you see Coach Ousmane for Ville de Dakar as a number of training staff over there attending to the injured player. One more look at it right here. And it looked like just a hack on the arm on that previous foul there. So we'll sort things out, and it looks like an injury timeout on the floor, so we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You're watching the 2022 Africa Women's Champions Cup right here on YouTube. Actually, we'll keep it right here as we're going to resume play now here in our fourth quarter. One more look at the previous free throw attempt. Five minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in our fourth quarter. So glad you joined us here on YouTube. As you see the injured player there, it looks like she took something to the eye. So we'll keep an eye on her, no pun intended, as we progress throughout this fourth quarter. A turnover, it goes back over to the Sporting Alexandrians. Hager Ammer will put it back into play. And you see the gauze applied there to the 20-year-old Egyptian. More contact underneath the basket. So that'll be 2 shots right there. Hager Ammer going up with that left hand and somehow picking up the foul. There you see Ammer at the line now for the Sporting Alexandrians. First shot up and true there for Ammer as they continue to tend to the injured El Geish over there on the sideline. Shayla Cooper. Got a great look at her right there. Shayla Cooper, former player for the WNBA's Connecticut Sun. A left wing triple, way too strong that time for the Alexandrians. And here comes Ville de Dakar the other way with it. Somehow able to corral the basketball in the corner. Go to the rack. An impressive effort right there from Elma Kinta Malou. And she picks up contact on her way to the hoop. There you see her get past the defender, almost lose it once again, and then take it to the rack. And that is going to be assessed to Noran Ahmed. And just like that, Malou completes the three-point play. 63-40 our score. Under 5 minutes to play here in the ball game. They work it around. Driving into the paint. Somehow getting the rebound was Hager Ammer. Backing him down right there for Ville de Dakar. That is a strong play from Mdumbe Majub. And a great job there backing down by the 27-year-old. They find a cutter. They kick it back outside now. A right wing triple. It's an air ball for Diongo. Correction. That was number 7, El Haish, for the Sporting Alexandrians. As you see, Coach Ousmane with a little bit of confusion there for a moment. 63-42 our score. Under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. They swinging around the horn now, does Ville de Dakar, trying to find a crease in that Alexandrian defense. Along the baseline, they feed it to the waiting number 8, Katie Fay. And the 29-year-old puts it up and in for her first score of the evening. A little crossover supreme right there. They work it into the corner. They get it back outside now, and a right wing triple rims out, rebounded nicely there along the baseline in heavy traffic by El Haish. And El Haish coming back into the ballgame here and really paying dividends right now for the Alexandrians. They'll retie the Nikes right there. And we'll resume play here with 3:18 remaining in the fourth. A left wing triple here for Ville de Dakar. And that was Malou on the attempt. It falls empty. Rebounded there by the Alexandrians. Here they come, leading by 19. Hager-Ammer had it for a moment there, and then it was Dillard from the left wing coming up empty, rebounded by Ville de Dakar, and they lose the handle at midcourt. So now numbers here for the Alexandrians. Excellent hustle and contact there along the perimeter line. As you see, number 6, Fune Sissoko checking back into the ballgame here for Ville de Dakar. And at the stripe for the Alexandrians is Noran Ahmed. Ahmed puts the first one up and in. One more shot there for Ahmed, and the second one rattles home as well for ASC. The Alexandria Sporting Club. Ville de Dakar now working the perimeter there. 2-3 zone defense on here for the Sporting Alexandrians. Somehow an offensive rebound. They feed it down low. The patience, the head fake, and the unsuccessful attempt there for Ville de Dakar, rebounded by Hager-Ammer. Sierra Janae Dillard gets it down low to Ali. She tries to go off the window with a hook shot. And here comes Ville de Dakar the other way with it. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. From the left corner, a triple, nothing but nylon right there for Ville de Dakar's Katie Fay. $65-47 our score. Just over a minute and a half remaining here in the ball game. Ali now on the perimeter. Youssef had it for a moment, and now this is going to be Noran Ahmed working the baseline, and she is fouled. So Ahmed once again putting the ball on the deck right there and right into the teeth of that Ville de Dakar defense. So Ahmed now at the stripe once again here for the Alexandrians. That one trickles off the front of the edge of the iron. And she'll have one more crack at it right here. 1:27 remaining here in the fourth. that one right on through. 66-47. Ville de Dakar moves a few around here. They go cross court with it now. Stepping inside the arc, putting it up. That was Fatoumata Diongo. Once again, contact along the baseline there. A baseline shot too strong. Rebounded there by the Sporting Alexandrians. Almost a carry there for Manar Youssef. And finally, we get a whistle there for too much contact. As you see Dillard there in disbelief. No way that could have been on me, she says. So now Ville de Dakar, one more look at it right here. And indeed, contact assessed to Dillard. Sissoko had it for a moment right there. They work the baseline, get it over now to the left wing. A triple attempt off the glass, count the basket for Fatoumata Diongo, the 36-year-old Senegalian with the three-point basket. A right-hand finish attempt there for Dillard falls short. And now a left wing three ball, too strong that time for Sissoko. And that is how this one will end. Our final score, the Alexandrians from the Alexandria Sporting Club 66 and Ville de Dakar 50. So glad you joined us here today on YouTube. More FIBA Africa Women's Champions Cup Group B action coming your way here next in just about 45 minutes. We'll join you here once again. I'll be on the call the next game here for Spalk Talk. And we'll bring you more Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022 in 45 minutes. If you're departing us for the day, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you very soon. If not, we'll catch you right back here on the FIBA YouTube channel in just about 45 minutes. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate your viewership, and have a great day.